Right guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing an install on this BMW E60. This has been sitting in my shop for the past year. I haven't had a chance to fit it. I promised the company I was going to do it back then. I never did. They've also messaged me this week asking me if I was going to install it. And I said, yes, I'll get onto it and install it this week. So guys, today we're going to be installing this part to the E60. I know many of you are going to be over the moon about this, and many of you are going to end up probably wanting to order this, because I know there's many of you out there who asked me about the last one and you just couldn't afford it and couldn't find it, and it was all finicky. Even when you went onto the website, you didn't understand what you needed to buy, what you didn't. This one is very, very straightforward, very easy to install, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's going to really transform your BMW, and especially this BMW 60. I want to bring this BMW 60 up to date with the later BMWs, and that's what I plan to do, and you're going to see how I'm going to do that in this video and the following videos going forward. So let's get onto it. So guys, inside this box, this part is going to transform my BMW 60 from what it is now to what it's going to be after. Now, I know many of you are going to question me when you see me fit this as to what happened to the other one, why ain't it there, this, that, the other. I've still got that. I just took it out because I couldn't deal with it any longer. So we are going to be installing this, and I know many of you are going to be happy when you see me install this, and many of you are going to want this and want to have it in your car, and it's readily available for you guys to go and purchase for your car as well. Show you all the options, show you what it does, what it don't do, and you'll be able to see everything on the video. But like I said, this has been in my shop for coming up a year now, and I've not installed it, but today we are going to be installing it. I'm going to be showing you how you do that, and I know many of you will be probably over the moon when you see this. So let's get the 60 torn down. It literally takes 5-10 minutes, and we're going to install this into our E60. So here we are guys in my BMW 60, and what we're going to go ahead and do is, obviously because we need to be able to remove the old one, is we're going to have to lower our steering wheel and bring the steering wheel all the way out. So obviously, as you guys know, on the E60s, these have an electric steering column, so we just have to wait for this to come out to be able to access it. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to be removing the cluster. Now all you need here is a T10 for that, to be able to remove it. Now these screws up here are not in tight, so you don't need to use really ratchet or anything to remove them, because they're not tight screws, because remember, they're only going into the dashboard. So that's one out already. You'll see how tiny they are, so do be careful when you take them out. I usually like to put them on the passenger seat, and then we're going to find the other one, and that's the other one out of here. Now we'll just take our speedo out of here. Now you've got to remember, the wire is wrapped around the back of the speedo. It clips in, so it keeps it out the way of the dashboard. Then you just unplug it and take your instrument cluster out. Now many of you guys will know I did have the ID4 motion in here. I actually took it out because I didn't like it, and I put the original one back in. So let's go back to the bench so I can show you what we're going to be installing. So guys, let's get this one out of the box and I can show you what's inside. You'll see here, inside here, we've got a new unit, which you'll see right here. Inside here, we've got a new instrument cluster for our BMW E60. Now, if many of you guys don't know, these instrument clusters actually come from the G series. So you've got the whole G series layout to put into your E60. As you can see here, these are the screw brackets where the screws will go in. This is how you mount it all up. You've also got your connector here, which goes into the back. I'll show you how it all connects up. But this is the instrument cluster we're going to be installing into the BMW 60. Now, this, like I said, guys, I've had it over a year, and this is why I said to you, when people think they're winning, they're really not. I just have chosen not to really post any videos regarding the 60. This has been in my shop for over a year, and I just haven't bothered to fit it at all. But now, I promised the company I'll do it, so that's why I'm doing it now. And we're going to install this into the 60 so you guys can see how it comes out. You can also see here, you've got, this is your binnacle. This is where it's going to sit. So you can see here, that's the switch that the plug goes into. Now how it goes is something like this. You can see it sits like that. So it bolts in and holds the cluster in place, and that's how it will look in the car. You will see like that, like a G series screen. And then you clip this little wire into the top up here, which I'll show you as we're installing it, and you'll be able to see everything as we go along. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to get our cluster, and we're just going to connect this into here so it's ready. Because obviously once you stick it back into the unit is done. So we'll just clip this in. Let's clip it, and you do have to be careful because it's only a small little pin. Then what you do is you want to, like I say, allocate it like this. Make sure it's all in. It does go in quite simply. The brackets are a bit finicky on this though because that's the way they are. Now your connector here needs to go at the top on this one. So you want to bring the connector onto the top, and you just slide that in, and that's done. Now you need to be careful when you put it back in that this wire is tucked underneath and behind the dashboard, and that it don't pull on it. If it pulls on it, it's a game over. Right guys, so I'm just going to leave the screen like this so I can show you it in action, what it looks like, how it works. But to actually get this into your BMW 60, you are going to have to trim your dash apart, take your dash apart as well, just to be able to fit this in because of the bezels, the way the cluster is. It don't sit the same way as the original. So you have to do a lot of customization to make this fit. That's one of the reasons why I'm not doing it, because I wouldn't plan on keeping this here, and I want the original one back in. But obviously, many of you guys would want this, and this is how you would have to do it. You would have to trim and cut it. And they do give you the instructions inside the book to be able to do that. But I'm going to show you all the functions it's got and how it works, so you guys can get a brief idea of how it all works and how it all functions. The good thing about these as well is they're not mileage specific. So for instance, if you chose to sell it after, anyone can just reset the mileage on it. You don't have to get a special tool. You don't have to pay for it, no nothing. You can reset the mileage on this literally for free. Any car you pull it in, it works. You don't have to keep buying and buying and buying and buying a new thing to reset the mileage. It don't work like that. You can reset the mileage on the system itself for any car you choose to pull it in. So here it is, guys, and you can see what it actually looks like. You can see it's got all the M colors on it and funny dash and everything like that. This is exactly how the G series clusters are on the BMWs. To control it all, you use your stalk here to go through all the options. You'll see me going through it. You can see system settings, and you can go back. So you use BC to go back, and you just do fuel information. If we hold the BC button, you can see there, it will go along, and you can check it and change it. You can go to factory, upgrade, return. So you can click the theme. So we just click that again, and we can just literally change it. We can go to technology, and we can just click that. Let's see what the technology one says. You can see there it changed it, and you can just use track as well. So if you wanted to use track, you can do that one. You can go simple, or you can go down, you can go return. So you can change your layout on here. So if we click simple, you'll see how that one looks as well. So you can see that's the simple one. As I said, these clusters are designed to make it look like a G series inside. To be honest, it's not my sort of thing. But I know many of you guys would like this, and I know many of you guys will go through the whole thing to install it. But do remember, once you've cut your dash and everything around it to make it fit, going back ain't really possible. So do bear that in mind. So if you want to keep your car the way it is, do bear that in mind. Later on in life, you won't be able to do it. You can see here it gives you a logo as well when it goes off, and it looks really, really pretty as well when it turns off. Obviously, if we just turn it off, you can see here it'll pump back on, and you can see here we've got tire angle, torque distribution, service information. We've got it all. You know, it's got a lot of different settings on it, and like I said, if you factory reset it, it will reset the mileage. You don't really see the mileage here. You see the same vehicle inspection juicy. You don't need any of that either. It's got all your information you want. You've got your trip information as well. If we just press that, you can see here trip, and you can go to startup, reset, refueling, and just do everything you need to do. Fuel information, you click that, and you've got all your fuel information there, voltage, distance, oil temp, coolant temp, which I know many of you like to know, that kind of information. And like I said, you've got a lot of different settings on it that you could change: date and time, language, generic. If you factory reset it, that will reset the mileage as well. You can upgrade it in case to do any updates. You could to put new faces on it and to do new things if there's any errors. Obviously, you can upgrade it. It comes with a USB that you plug into it as well. This is what I mean. They make these to fully fit into your BMW and not be removed. That's not something I really want. I mean, it displays all the symbols, doesn't give any errors. You get your parking brake on there. I know people are going to ask if it works for the M5 and so on and so on. I'm pretty sure they were meant to be making a face for the E60 M5 and the E90 M3 as well. So you're able to fit these into your E90 M3s. And they've probably already done that already. It looks really, really nice. The display looks really, really nice, clear, transparent. But like I said, guys, it's just not really for me. You know, I know many of you guys, you know, will go for this, but you know me, I'm quite OCD of how I like things. I like things looking OEM, and this just looks, obviously it brings it into the future, 2026, but it's just not my sort of thing. You can see here, the M badge is upside down on one of the displays as well, which isn't really good. Do you know they'll have to do an update to correct that, to spin that back the other way? Maybe they've already done it again, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure these retail for around $400 to $500 based on what I've seen. So you guys get a drift of what this instrument clusters actually look like and what it's going to look like in your car. Like I said, it does take a lot of work to get it fitted. Once it's fitted, you ain't going to be able to go back because you're going to have big gashes on the side of your dash from obviously fitting this in compared to your other one. So you won't ever be able to put your other one back in. So do make sure if you are going to fit this, you can't go back. Unlike the ID4 Motion one, on the other hand, once it's fitted, because it's a flat, you know, square, you can take it back out and put your original one back in. But with this, no. They wanted to make it look like the G series inside the E60, so therefore once it's done and you can't change it again. So do I recommend it? Of course I recommend it. It's a good screen, obviously, and it doesn't display much information. The ID4 Motion has a lot more than this one does, if I'm really honest with you. This one is for really, you know, anyone who wants to make their BMW look like a G series, but I'm not going to make my car something it's not. But I know many of you will probably buy this and fit it because it looks cool. It does look cool. It looks like a race car inside. This kind of race car dash digital and things like that, but it's just not my sort of thing. But I will link it anyway, guys, for you guys to go and buy it and check it out if you really want to go and check it out. And let me know what you think. Let me know if any of you have already got it installed. Some of you might already have it installed. I'm delayed on this. I did get it probably before a lot of you guys. I just didn't do the video until now. So guys, as you saw there, I did install that digital instrument cluster. And as I said, it isn't the easiest thing to install for many of you guys who are going to end up buying it, because as I said, you're going to have to make adaptations to your dashboard, to your trim, to everything on the car to make that fit. Now with the ID4 Motion one, yes, it's more expensive, but you don't have to make all them adaptations. You can remove it anytime, put it back to factory. With this one, however, you're going to make all them adaptations and you cannot change it. Trying to do that because they know that's how they make money from you, because once you've got it fitted, you can't fit back your original cluster. It's a very smart tactic. Once you've cut all your dash, this, that, the other, you can't go back to normal. So if that even goes, you end up having to buy another one from them, or you'll have to stick with it throughout, which then means they're going to make money from you anyway. And latest, probably faces and updates and whatever else from you later on. It's a very, very clever tactic people are using, obviously, to keep you glued to their system rather than go over to another competitor, because they know others are going to make them. So they want to keep you stuck to their one, because, you know, they will make this one that needs your dashboard car. Then another Chinese company will make another one that don't need your dashboard car that you can put in and take out whenever you want. And that's the way it works. So if they can get you first, where you've already cut your dashboard, then you're always going to want to stick with them, because no other cluster is going to fit in there. It's never going to look right. You're going to have holes at the sides everywhere. So it's a very, very clever tactic that they're using to get customers from that instrument cluster and keep them. So just be aware of that, guys, because like I said, there isn't many features on it, not like the ID4 Motion one. You can go and have a look at that one. I'll link it above so you guys can go and check that one. And that one had a lot more features, was a lot easier to install, much more simpler. They gave a lot of great support. And yes, it's more expensive, but you get what you pay for. This one's cheaper. Yeah, it makes it look like a G series, but do you really want to make your E60 look like a G series? I'd rather my E60 have an updated look, yes, but still look the way it should look. And the ID4 Motion gives that, where this one doesn't. Obviously on the ID4 Motion, you do have a gauge, a speedo gauge that looks like that, but you've only got one. The rest, you can make it look like a normal speedo, how the E60 looks. So just be aware of that, guys, because like I said, once you put that in, there is no going back. But I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.